Have you ever sat in a room, said something worth hearing, and watched it dissolve into silence? Your words leave your mouth and vanish, as if the air itself refuses to carry them, and then someone else walks in. They don't raise their voice. They don't perform. But every head turns anyway. What they say becomes law. What you said becomes a suggestion. What's the difference between you two? It isn't luck. It isn't money. It's a frequency most people are never taught to find. We were raised on a lie. Be good, be agreeable, bend, and the world will reward you. It's one of the oldest lies in human history, and it has never once been true. The world does not respect the good. It respects the unshakable. The honest man gets used. The composed man gets obeyed. This isn't cynicism. It's 500 years of recorded human behavior, going back to a Florentine diplomat who watched empires rise and fall on exactly this principle, and who wrote it down so plainly that his name became an insult for telling the truth too clearly. This isn't a pep talk. It's a dismantling. We're going to remove, piece by piece, the parts of you that were built to be controlled. Start with why you bend in the first place. You weren't born apologetic. A lion cub isn't born believing it should be quiet. It learns the forest is dangerous, and it learns to roar. Human beings learn the opposite. Don't speak too loudly. Don't argue with your elders. Adjust. Every one of those instructions was a small anesthetic, and by adulthood, most people have been sedated into permanent politeness. You stay late at work so your boss will like you. You swallow the joke made at your expense so the friendship survives. You answer the text within a minute because silence feels like abandonment. None of that is kindness. That's dependency, wearing kindness as a mask. The Florentine had a line for this. It is safer to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. Not cruelty. Respect. People who try to be liked by everyone end up mattering to no one, because anything universally available is worth nothing. So the first rule is simple. Lower your availability. Let your time and attention cost something. Stop apologizing for existing at your normal volume. Now watch how power actually speaks. Weak people fill silence. They believe volume equals presence. So they talk over the gaps. They exaggerate their stories. They laugh a beat too early at their own jokes. Watch a room closely, and you'll notice the most insecure person is always the loudest one. Real strength doesn't perform. A predator in the wild makes no noise before it moves. It waits. Try this today. When someone asks you something, don't answer immediately. Let a second pass. Hold their eyes. Then speak, and speak slower than feels natural, as if every sentence costs something to produce. Say less than you think you need to. Two things happen when you do. First, you stop saying things you'll regret. Second, the other person becomes uncomfortable with the space you've left open. And human beings cannot tolerate silence, so they rush to fill it. They tell you what they actually think. They hand you information. In every negotiation, the person holding more information is the one who wins. The easiest person in the world to control is the one whose emotions are a light switch. Insult them, they rage. Compliment them, they melt. If someone can flip your mood with a sentence, they own you. Most people react. The disciplined ones respond. Picture yourself as a mountain. A storm doesn't move a mountain. Rain doesn't make it weep. What people say about you doesn't rewrite what's true. When someone insults you, resist the urge to explain yourself. Defense is a confession that the accusation landed. Instead, hold their gaze, let a small, calm smile answer for you, and say nothing, or say only the minimum. Is that all? Non-reaction unsettles people more than anger ever could, because they were braced for a fight and you gave them stillness instead. And be just as careful with flattery. Manipulators use praise as a leash. They inflate you so they can later ask for something. When someone overpraises you, don't melt. Ask yourself what they want. Keep your expression unreadable. Unpredictability earns more respect than any performance of confidence ever will. Because respect, when you strip it down, is simply a controlled form of fear. Most of us were never taught how to say no. We were taught that refusal is rudeness, but every unnecessary yes is a theft from your own future. Every time you agree to something you don't want, to protect a feeling that was never really at risk, you're paying with the currency of your own life. You said yes to the movie when you needed to finish the project. You said yes to running the errand when you were already exhausted. You do this because you're afraid of being left. And that fear, not the request itself, is the actual chain around your wrist. The people who are comfortable with their own company cannot be controlled by the threat of being alone. That's the real freedom, not needing anyone enough to abandon yourself for them. When you start saying no, some people will be upset briefly. Underneath that, most of them will respect you more because they'll sense you finally have boundaries worth respecting. No is a complete sentence. It doesn't need a paragraph of justification behind it. I can't make it is enough. Stop auditioning for permission to have limits. Here's the fear that stops 99% of people before they even begin. Rejection. The fear of hearing no, of being laughed at, of trying and failing in public. You didn't start the conversation because she might say no. You didn't start the business because people might talk if it failed. There's a principle worth adopting here. Outcome independence. You take the action, but you don't chain your identity to the result. Imagine sitting at a table with more money than you could ever need. Losing one hand changes nothing about who you are. That's the posture to bring into every attempt. When someone rejects you, they are not making a statement about your worth. They're only revealing a mismatch in preference. That's information about them, not a verdict on you. And when someone pulls away, resist the oldest mistake in the book, chasing. The moment you chase, you convert yourself from someone valuable into something desperate, and desperation has no market value. If they take one step back, you take two. Let them feel the space where you used to be. Scarcity creates desire in a way availability never can. The human mind wants most what it senses is slipping away. Stop auditioning for people who haven't paid attention. Become the reason people chase, not the one still running. Your mouth can lie. Your body cannot. Long before someone hears a word from you, they've already read your posture, and most people broadcast weakness without saying a syllable. Shoulders curled inward, eyes fixed on the floor, hands buried in pockets, feet dragging like an apology in motion. Change how you occupy a room, starting today. Walk like the space belongs to you. Keep your chest open instead of collapsed. Look at people, not at the ground. There's nothing valuable buried down there. When you meet someone's eyes, hold that contact until the conversation naturally ends. Not until you flinch away first. Breaking eye contact first is a small, unconscious surrender, a signal to your own nervous system that the other person outranks you. Notice your pace. People in a hurry broadcast anxiety with every step. Someone secure in themselves walks like the world will wait, because on some level, it usually does. Let your hands stay visible when you speak. Open palms read as honesty, and, just as importantly, as an absence of fear. Stop touching your face mid-sentence. That single gesture is the universal signature of nerves, and it undercuts everything else you're trying to say. Here's where all 7 pieces come together. You might be thinking this isn't you, that you're the quiet, easygoing one, and this all sounds like a performance. It will, at first. Every transformation feels like acting before it becomes identity. The first time you lift a weight that's too heavy, your body treats it as an emergency. Months later, that same weight is nothing. The mind follows an identical curve. Act the part until the part becomes true. You have to be willing to let the old version of you die a little. The one who apologized for taking up space, the one who dissolved at the first sign of rejection. In its place, build someone calculated, someone who doesn't confuse emotion for weakness but simply refuses to be steered by it. Start treating your own life like the central story it actually is. Everyone else is a supporting character in it, including the people who currently make you feel small. Write your own rules. I will not beg for approval I haven't earned. I will not explain myself to people who never intended to understand. I will live by terms I chose, not terms handed to me. People will say you've changed, that you've gotten distant, even that you've gotten arrogant. Let that land as confirmation, not criticism. Because when people can no longer control you, the first thing they reach for is a label to explain why. The Florentine also warned that a ruler should never reveal his full intentions in advance. Move quietly. Let the results speak once they exist, not before. This road is not the comfortable one. Crowds are comfortable because crowds move together. But it's usually the tree standing straight and rigid that gets cut down first in a storm. The one that bends, that has learned to sway without breaking, is still standing when the storm has passed everyone else. Deepen your roots, strengthen your center. Grow wide enough that no one can pretend not to notice you're there. So look in the mirror tonight at the person staring back. That reflection has been your greatest obstacle for years. It can also become your greatest weapon. The choice is entirely yours, and it always was. If any part of this reached something in you, don't let it end here. Subscribe like you're signing your name to it. And in the comments, tell me you're ready. I want to know who's actually building this. See you in the next one. Until then, stay quiet and keep winning.